Seriously? This entire place exists for a single chest full of worthless shite. Okay, thanks game. Thank you for just making the best use of my valuable time. Ah, whatever. Let's go ahead and end all of you. Oh my god, we insta-killed these guys as well? I wonder how kindly they'll take to a giant fucking celestial body collapsing in their mouths. There we go, not very kindly apparently. What do we got over here? Oh boy, a star thistle. How amazing, I guess. Wait, is she following? She appeared on the map for a second. I just hope she can't actually die. I just left her in the... I highly doubt they're just going to ambush her out of nowhere, but I would be very sad if I just went here, gathered this utterly awful loot, came back and she's just a corpse. That would not be very nice of you, game. And you are absolutely heralded for your niceness. You treat me so damn well. Which is why... Well, I was about to say, which is why I die so fucking much, but to be honest, I don't. The game is really fucking nice to me. Except when traps are around. When traps are around, I'm basically instantly dead no matter what, because my brain is the big stupid. It is the ultimate stupid, to be honest. What are you? Troll hide... Yeah, I don't fucking think so. I'm surprised you don't have, like, your own armor class. Or, sorry, not armor class, armor types or anything. I want to be able to wear Tuatha gear. Or, you guys are made of Prismir, right? Like, fueled by Prismir. You'd think you'd be absolute fucking... just gold mines when it comes to your... Ooh, a priest! I don't think we've seen one of you before. I don't think I ever want to again. You are horrifying. Oh man, but the sheer fucking usefulness of the Geode ability, even when they're teleporting away, you could still absolutely nukeify them and turn them into the most delicious paste you've ever seen. What more could I ever possibly want, right? Did you actually drop anything? Of course you didn't, but your head landed deeper into the fucking grates of the sewer than I can ever imagine. So, enjoy that disgusting fucking scent for all of the afterlife. There you go. I will never, ever, ever need other attacks. Whoa! You actually kind of stopped me? You stopped me and nearly shattered my god-tier fucking armor to pieces. But I mean, I've been wearing it since the DLC. That's at least like 5 or 6 sessions ago, right? I highly doubt it's gonna break now, but I'm also terrified. Do I have repair kits? Must have picked up at least one, no? I guess they just never found. Either that or I sold them. Like a complete and utter fucking idiot. Yeah, that sounds about right. I need to find myself a blacksmith. I didn't expect to be this fucking shattered. Scorching Staff, I will definitely take you. Even though I will never ever use you and no one ever fucking will. Do you try and hide with me? Oh, yes! I love the way the companions work in this game. I understand they're clunky, because I've experienced their pure clunk with my summon. And he is like the ultimate fucking, champion of clunk imaginable. But, I mean, come on, man. Companions so would have been possible. If you can do the summon, you can absolutely do companions. And I would have loved to have one follow me around all the time. Even if they did, like, this unbelievably pathetic amount of damage that every companion seems to do, I would have just liked to be followed around. I would have liked to felt like someone gives a shit about me saving the world. I mean, if I could just, even if it was just me fighting alongside Aelin and, Agarth a little bit more often than I do, or whatever the fuck, I would be down for that. And hell, I'm not even sure that there aren't companions, but you'd think this far into the game that they would probably have bothered by now, right? Wait, did that actually show me closing a gate? Was this open or something? Because, I mean, if I can't jump down here, then there is clearly no way up. I don't think this was a worry in the slightest anyway. And even if it was, the fuckers can teleport. We literally just saw the priests teleporting around as if it was nothing. I don't think we're fixing shit here, girl. But whatever, that apparently leads to the rest of Terwilly Coast. Alright. I just wish I... Oh, for fuck's sake. How many... Is this gonna happen literally every time I close a gate? Because you know it's only gonna end in the exact same way every time. And I don't mean this guy's glorious fucking jiggly breakdancing, though that was incredible. If it did end in that way every time, then I would allow it. But no, it's just gonna be some boring fucking murder as always. Damn, man. Nice fucking armor. I mean, you're just as fucking weak and pathetic as every single other Tuatha imaginable. But I imagine if I was using my pokey sticks, you'd probably survive just, 2 seconds longer than all the others, and that is pretty damn impressive. I just yanked that giant fucking lever right next to you. And you didn't even notice. You didn't even notice as I was calling down the wrath of the gods onto your tiny little fucking head. But you were just perfectly content to keep staring? Okay, sure. Why not? Whatever. That one took that long to notice. Didn't even manage to pull out the fucking weapon before combat began. Why do you even try? Just go home. Or at least draw your weapon before you charge right over to me. That sounds like it should probably be priority number 1. Alright, we're all done.
They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go.
But you know, every single other portion of the coast in all of existence, yeah, they can get there just fine. If anything, we've helped them out. Because now they're just going to seek out a much smarter way of going. Because to be honest, this seemed very, very complicated and stupid. It's also full of living skeletons they would have had to fight their way through. Just walk up the beach. No one would have stopped you. Or no one would have stopped you any less than they were stopping you coming through here. You morons, whatever. We stopped the Tuatha.
It's finished. Return with me. If I know my father, he'll want to thank you in person.
Will he? Because I kind of crippled your village.
Are we going?
They're sort of absolutely, falling to pieces now. You know how they had, like, those miracle cures that could just fix anyone's fucking missing limbs and everything? Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. And now you will all suffer forever, and it is entirely my fault. You're welcome, I guess. Maybe. Where the fuck is it, though? I seem to remember covering a massive fucking distance at the end of last session, like going from the Smurf village, the cultist Smurfs, all the way down here, all the way down to Wrath here, all the way down to Mooncamp, all the way through here and everything. Yeah. So where the fuck is it? Is this you? Tyran's Rest, there you go. Can I still fast travel there? I can't believe I'm still welcome, to be honest. I know we extorted the ever-loving fuck out of them, so they sort of have to let me stay, but you could at least try and shank me in the throat in my sleep, right? Come on, it's the least you could do. Chances are it would bounce right off because I'm invincible, but still. You say, what happened to my... She's right here, dude.
These Tuatha. They can't get in this way anymore. Let's go.
Lady, we're home. Okay, well, she is clearly riddled with PTSD for the rest of her entire fucking existence, so, you're welcome, buddy.
Forget what you have done for me. And Anella. No thanks could ever be enough, but please, accept this humble reward.
I actually leveled from this. Okay, I didn't expect that. That was, a lot more worthwhile than I expected. And we got ourselves a tasty, beautiful necklace. Tell me about Culn.
I too dream of seeing Culn rebuilt, but I fear it will be years past this war's end before such a thing could be.
Yeah, I know. We're all absolutely useless, aren't we? Aethiof Sergrin.
Just an old merchant with his share of grief, but his share of fortune too. I have a home here in Tyran's Rest, and my daughter by my side.
Yeah, and you're probably gonna get kicked out within minutes for not being blue. They seem to do that quite a fucking lot. They even imprison other blue people. Very different, quite a bit more spiky blue people, but they were blue nonetheless. They were the metal Smurfs. Anella.
Not a bird to be caged, I'm afraid. Still, I hope her time on the Tawili coast has opened her eyes to the realities of the world.
By that you mean you hope she watched all of her friends die brutally? Because, yeah, you're in luck, she did. And you should probably stop being that much of a pompous asshole about it and maybe, you know, comfort her a little? Like a dad? Necklace of the Gladiator. I just wear everything of the Gladiator, huh? This is kind of terrible. I like the 10% health regen per second. That is straight up amazing. Like, in boss fights, that's invaluable. I would never, ever need my heal spell again. As long as I can just remain dodging, which chances are I can't because I'm a complete and utter idiot, but I mean, that's what potions are for. Wow, man. That is insanely overpowered. Okay, we're gonna level up 3 components when crafting equipment. Because I do want to turn in that staff ability. Staff quest, sorry. And I need to forge with that, and when I'm forging, I want it to be the best fucking possible. So that is important, I guess. You could get a bit better if you want, or I could do Winner's Embrace. I don't really care about any of these. Chakra Mastery just does extra damage. I don't really care. 5% is quite a lot. Staff Mastery as well. I'm not going to end up using a scepter, am I? But then I could also just upgrade actual spells, and that matters a hell of a lot more. But maybe the only reason weapons aren't viable is because I have no points in them. Oh, it's so confusing! Let's upgrade Winter's Embrace like a fuckload. It's not amazing. It really, really isn't. And I don't really know why this spell exists, because it is utter dog shit. Let's just see what it looks like. See, that actually looks amazing. And like it should rip apart all enemies within my path just forever. No enemy should ever be allowed to take me on again just because that exists. But no, that's never gonna happen because the game despises my very, very fucking existence. You a blacksmith forge? Yes, you are. But I don't know how to repair. Good. Good. Fuck. Craft? Stuff. This thing. Inflamed shaft, my fucking favorite STD. It's physical damage, I don't give a shit. 14% damage in general, that's pretty fucking good. If you want bindings, you need that. I don't even know what that is. I need a lot more points if I want this to be amazing. What would this become? Oh, it would be fucking good, though. That's better than what I've got. So I think I'm going to wait until my blacksmithing is actually just... You'd think, like, maybe, if you were a mage, then sagecraft would be what would be used to make absolutely incredible staffs. It's not like a blacksmith would know how to make, like, this magical fucking entity come to life with all the gems and whatever the fuck imaginable. No. Like, only a mage will be able to imbue it with the magic, right? There's sort of a point... There's always, like, that fucking stereotype of blacksmiths knowing fuck all about magic and sometimes even being like, who needs magic when you got, like, my big fucking stick? There you go, you know? Like, they don't really give a shit about magic. So, yet they're absolute masters of it. They have no idea how to wield it in the fucking slightest, but they are perfectly able to make this fucking twig into a weapon of mass destruction. Okay, yeah, makes perfect... Oh, go away, Boggarts. I love that they're still giving Boggarts additional ranks, as if anyone gives the tiniest of shits, like the most meager of feces, about the Boggart Zealot. No, of course we don't, game. Why are you still trying? Where do we want to go now? I don't think I've got anything active except the main quest, but who the hell cares about the main quest? I could find Lord Cruss, now that I'm sort of over here anyway. You turn in a contract to Helmgard. I could actually bother trying to do the Warsworn quest while I'm at it. Or we could go to Rathir, which I also really want to do, because we have so many fucking quests to do so. Where's this? Talarain? Apparently I just totally ignored that ancient vault. I probably forgot it even exists. Where is that? I know what, fuck it. Let's do a quest for the Warsworn, just absolutely out of nowhere. I've missed these guys, and I think we're doing it totally solo, which is a shame, because I think some of the Warsworn mentors and just the dudes you can hang out with in the Warsworn bases are some of the coolest people in factions, which is weird because so far the Warsworn have sort of seemed the least remarkable. But I absolutely adored Ost. He was the best recruiter by far out of any single one of the faction recruiters, but he's gone forever. I just wish we could sort of have a little bit more of hangout time when we're in factions. Actually make it feel like factions are a little bit more tied into the world with, like, living, breathing characters and everything without them just being another regular quest giver, basically. Like, oh, yeah, the quests are actually fucking cool and they're really in-depth and the locations they send you to tend to be fascinating and pretty and everything. But for fuck's sake, I want to feel like I'm building a relationship with people. Like because I'm really intrigued by the relationship with Aelin and the main quest and everything like that. And I also quite like my adorable little drunk boyfriend. Well, my drunk boyfriend, apparently, is what came out of my mouth. Garth and everything. But, maybe I spoke too soon. We do have ourselves a little friend. But you're not drunk, nor a boy, so who the hell cares?
A powerful relic stolen from our vaults, and they send a single pledge shield. Have they gone completely mad? Who knows how many like it were in that vault, and how many stolen already? Let's go in. We'll see what we find there.
I love that in every single faction, they always have the exact same fucking response. In the House of Balance, it was like, "Ah, a disgusting mortal, how dare you!" In the Scholar Arcana, it was like, "Oh no, a neophyte, I'm fucked!" And now you, with a pledge shield, like, come on, I'm pretty fucking cool. Have you not heard of my exploits? I am kind of the savior of the entire world. And the dude who got the most badass Warsworn of all time killed, but, you know, shh. We don't have to talk about that. How goes the war?
You're far from it now, but it hangs over everything like a putrid fog.
It's my favorite kind of fog.
Nelson Shear is Amalur and commands the Warsworn at the front.
And what about the Heart of Cybon? That's what I'm going after, right? Like some kind of ancient relic? We spend so long in between faction quests that I just kind of forget everything that's going on. And I feel like that was kind of important because I think this is what we got Ost killed for. This is what we found at the end of his mission, but I could be wrong.
They were using it to summon Niskaru in those caverns.
That sounds about right.
Terrible. This is what comes of forgetting and ignoring.
What did we forget? How is this the Warsworn's fault? It was in the bottom of a random cavern that no one had been in for... Actually, no, it was like a bandit cavern. Blame the bandits, not us. We didn't do shit. Gwyn Andwi.
This place is mine alone to watch. Once we had shields enough to stand guard here day and night. Then the war came, and off to Cluricon they went.
And they only left the shittiest of the shit behind, apparently.
You can see where that got us.
Now I come on my own once a fortnight and inspect the grounds. Okay, but why this place? Why this place? Is it just because there were Niskaru sightings? Is that the entire storyline of the Warsworn? Because I can't quite tell what the fuck's going on right now. Grind Shane.
Mike Castellan dislikes dust and old things that aren't sung in a tavern. So looking after them, worrying about them, falls to me.
Isn't he like 50? He must be a rather dusty boy by this point. Right? Like, does he hate himself? That would explain why he's just forever sitting in his chair with the saddest of all sad expressions imaginable on his face. Oh no, I kind of feel bad for the guy, because literally everyone hates him. Ancient Vault.
In this vault lies every cursed, chaotic tool ever taken from our foes, before we became simple mercenaries. Its doors, its walls, its very floors are imbued with magic to keep these dangerous and powerful things in, and everything else out.
He also doesn't really seem like the kind of guy who people would sing about, right? Like, unless he paid them extreme fucking amounts of money. I remember reading his book, and he was just like the most mundane Warsworn of all time. I spent, like, 5 minutes with Ost, and I was already in love with him. This lady, we've spent like 2 minutes with, she's done really fuck all. I already think she's more badass than the goddamn leader. Oh, poor Brian. No one will ever sing for you. Shriek, maybe. Just a vague whimper, but never sing. What's in the vault?
You'll see in a moment. The outer doors are open, but that's no concern. It's the inner door that's always locked. Only Brian has that key.
Do I have the key?
Come.
Or are you instantly sending me back? Because that would be the big fucking stupid. Can I go in any fucking one of these? I hope so. Because I don't see why there are 3 doors. This is so unnecessary. Just to look extra fucking large? Even more fucking badass somehow? Because I don't think that's working out for you. It's just 3 goddamn doors.
Are these the same ones from Brigand Hall?
Stop at once!
Oh, are you fucking serious? Let us stealth! Oh, you are. Apparently shrieking right into their eardrums is just as stealthy as sneaking up with a goddamn knife at this point. Whatever, let's not complain. Oh, fuck it, we're Warsworn. Warsworn don't stealth. Oh my god! What is the point of being a mage when I exist in the world? You are never even gonna come close to my power, apparently. And I'm gonna tear the fucking stars out of the sky just to kill one guy. If I'm going to that fucking... literally, I brought it through the roof, and the roof is perfectly intact. I am a big, fucking powerful boy. Just back off.
Or maybe a copy of it. Can't tell for sure. No knowing how many times they've been in here when they knew I wasn't about. We were lucky to come when we did.
And what do we do now?
Return to Helmgard. Brian Shane
What?
won't like this, but he'll have to hear of it all the same.
This was the mission. Did they inspect this? Oh, an infected fulcrum. I do not like that fucking phrase at all. But did the game expect this to be difficult? Did the game expect this to be an interesting fucking mission? Like, I know it was only an ancient war-sworn vault and everything. And I just came, I don't even know what I came in for. Was it a key? I couldn't really tell from what she was saying. It seems like I literally just came here to murder a couple of dudes. And for some lovely white flakes, and who can blame me? Who doesn't love a good white flake in the morning? The most delicious of all cereals. Which is not a good thing, considering every single other session so far I have been saying that the white flakes is smegma. Please, please. Don't begin your mornings with a lovely bowl of delicious smegma. Right, what have we got around here? Daggers of Light and Despoiler's Scepter. You're just perfectly fine with me taking the most powerful weapons the Warsworn have ever seen? I mean, I'm definitely not complaining, but you probably should be. As you said, I'm just some random fucking pledge shield, and you're giving me all the greatest stuff to ever exist. Ever. And I got that first try. I can't really blame you. If I can lockpick that good, you should be... Ow. I was about to say you should be quivering, but apparently I should be quivering because my blood is falling out. There we go. Another fucking chest. So many lockpicks, though. So many things to fucking break into. It's almost mind-numbing. Numbing? Yep, good job, brain. Almost mind-numbing. Oh my god, I nearly had a stroke. I can't tell you how much that jump scared me. Turning around and seeing those statues, I don't even know why. All I can say is that's the most alive I have felt in years. Fucking hell. And strangely enough, it's like the first day of October today, at time of recording, or is it the second? I don't know, I've lost track of all fucking time. But goddamn. Okay, starting my fucking spook month off right. Speaking of which, I should probably start recording scary games. But if you guys have been around the channel long enough, you will know that I am the ultimate pussy when it comes to scary games, so I don't even know if I can bring myself to do it. In the year of our Lord 2020, when everything has already been so fucking terrifying. But I will try. I don't want to let you guys down on another spook month. I think all the way back in 2018, I played like one scary game, and I was like, yep, yeah, I have done my duty for the year. It was nowhere near enough duty. Huh. Luckily, like a billion scary games are actually releasing in October for once, so I'm gonna be so happy about that. Fucking kill me. Right, what have we got over here? To be honest, by the time this video goes up, I imagine it's going to be like January. or something like that, or at least like December or November. So Spook Month would have already passed, so you guys will already know whether or not I was actually a brave boy. Because to be fair, sometimes I can be a really brave boy. It really depends on the day whether or not I'm going to absolutely urinate all over the fucking place or not, or if I'm actually gonna look cool. 99 times out of 10, which doesn't make any sense, 99 times out of 100, I will probably be the urine boy, but sometimes we get lucky, right? What do we got over here? Does this actually lead anywhere, or is this just a fucking dead end? Because it's a very weird dead end if it's just a dead end. Like, why do you exist? And why even bother having that little platform with nothing but like 2 wolves on it? You have no reason to exist, how dare you? That was probably like some really fucking good loot over there that I'm just totally ignoring, but whatever. Ooh. There's a lot of wolves over here. I mean, that is no reason to be afraid in the fucking slightest, but it definitely intrigues me. Makes me worry about why the fuck you even exist, and that looks so cool. It's so rare we ever get to see, like amazing idle animations on just the random dudes we come upon. That was awesome. You could, like, literally see the meat, like, flopping around in their mouths and everything. At least I think you could. I was kind of far away, but that's definitely what I was imagining anyway, and if I'm imagining corpses being torn apart in such horrific fashions, then I should probably go to therapy. But I'm pretty sure the game was showing that. I appreciate very much. The Helm of Ward Reed. What the fuck is that? It's might, so who the hell could give less of a fuck? It's also might that needs very, very little might. You realize how deep into the game we are now, right, game? That doesn't matter. No one's ever gonna want to wear that now. Alright, sure, let's return to the Warsworn, because that seemed like a very, very tiny Warsworn mission. Almost like a stopover mission between actually interesting things. So, you've got to have something going on, right? That can't literally be it. Oh, but I also really don't want to have to bring myself to talk to Brian. You are the worst person in all of existence. I didn't even do
taken
that.
the precaution of jailing Gwyn.
What?
A bit heavy-handed, I know. But this is a serious matter, and only necessary until we've cleared this up.
Why?
That vault was
For what
hers to
possible
watch over.
goddamn reason?
Can't help but put her under suspicion.
Dude, I was there! In a cell? In what possible other ways are there, you tiny-brained moron? And this is coming from a tiny-brained moron. I would know.
We have a small jail at the back of the keep. Useful enough, between the freemen and other sorts you find on the plains.
Dude, how many Warsworn? How many freemen has she likely killed in her time as a Warsworn? And you've just locked her in the exact same jail, potentially exact same cell as a shitload of them. This is bad. This is literally just a death sentence for her. But she was there with me.
Of course she was. I ordered her there. That proves nothing. Someone helped those mages get in. But who? And how?
Dude, the door was open. You're the one with the key. We know this. You are immediately incriminating yourself. What, you think people are going to sing songs about this? How you absolutely ruined the entire world? I don't think so. Mages.
Yes, these mages, the Farlangi, was that it? They stole the relic, of course. But they must have had help from inside to get in. Your search must continue.
The game literally couldn't be making it more obvious. And I think it's adorable how heavy-handed, like, the foreshadowing is, and how stupid it makes my character for not immediately catching on. But hey, maybe they'll prove me wrong. Maybe it'll be just that lady over there. Or maybe even that lady over there. Ugh, how terrifying. Gwyn, aren't we?
The vault was Gwyn's responsibility.
I'm so breaking her out.
There's no getting around that. Until it's clear precisely what happened, she'll remain where she is.
You mean in the ditch that you definitely murdered her and threw her into, instead of putting her in a goddamn cell? I don't believe you in the slightest, man. Ancient vaults.
Things in that vault are fine for songs and tales of Eamon. They make the Warsworn seem more legendary and grand. Yeah, it's all dusty nonsense to me.
No, it's not. The only thing you care about is your former glories, don't you? I guess it's not your own glory, and it's all people that outshine you by 400%. So, yeah, okay. I can see why you want it all burned to the goddamn ground. What about the key Gwyn found?
She never mentioned a key. Withholding evidence as well. The girl broods so. Suppose I'm not surprised. I do want to know what became of that key.
She's been like the most loyal fucking Warsworn of all time. You haven't even sent me on another mission. Oh, it wants me to go ahead and speak to Gwyn. Okay, well I guess she's not actually in the ditch just yet. Good sign, good sign. I can immediately break her out. Talk to me, Anric.
Say, you're accepted here to this keep.
Oh yeah, I forgot how utterly stupid you are. You're adorable. Here's a wedding ring, apparently. Are we, am I proposing? I'm not against that, I just didn't expect
The
it.
Second Plains contract takes a particular sort to pull a ring out of a grave like that. Here's your
Thanks.
bag. Wait, have you washed your hands?
It's medieval times, that didn't exist yet. We're all absolutely fucking filthy. But, really? That was it. Okay, great, amazing. Thank you, Warsworn. Thank you for all the incredible fucking contracts you have given me. Come on, I really like these guys. And the first few missions were so damn promising. Whatever.
Most pledge shields arrive, get trained.
I couldn't give less of a shit. If I want to hear from you, I will. But the door is wide fucking open. I forgot that I did that. I think I already accidentally released all Warsworn prisoners. So, what exactly are you doing waiting around here? This fucker couldn't be bothered to leave, apparently, either. Alright, let's talk.
Don't tell me you believe I had a hand in this. After all you've seen, this is a nightmare.
Of course I fucking don't. You blame yourself.
I do, but I blame the Warsworn leadership so much more. After my parents, after all my warnings. What is the saying? They who ignore the past are fated to repeat it. But Gryan would rather sweep this under the rug. That is why I'm here.
What in fuck does this have to do with the past? What happened to your parents?
My parents were loyal Warsworn, but the Order turned its back on them. They would not help, let alone... Forgive me. I am not used to talking of such things.
My guy isn't even used to talking. I don't think he ever has ever. He occasionally grunts, if that helps.
Bed, you will find a ring of mothers. I want you to have it.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I didn't really care about that at all. I more wanted information, but fine, I'll take that and then immediately sell it. Sweep this under the rug. Why?
I wish I knew. Today's Warsworn aren't heroes or demon slayers, just mercenaries. Soldiers. Brian
just big fans of blood, I guess.
Modern Warsworn.
You warned them?
That our old enemy still lurks somewhere in the shadows? Yes. Often and always upon deaf ears.
And what are these old enemies? The fucking mages? Because surely everyone knew about that. Ost did. Is Helmgard just by far the stupidest fucking Warsworn keep of all time? Not even just Warsworn keep, just the dumbest fucking people I've met in the entire game? This is worse than the Smurf cult. You didn't show him the key.
The key? Gods damn it, he was in such a rush to throw me in here, I forgot. Take it, show it to Brian. If it is a copy, I know a master locksmith in Tyrion's Rest who might be able to help.
Oh, that guy's actually becoming important. Oh, good for him. I mean, he had a cool book and everything, but I thought that was his only sole fucking reason for existence. I wish I could remember how to speak. That'd be really fucking nice. The key.
As much magic and artistry has gone into that key as into the lock. Casting a working copy would be no simple task.
Okay, well, I want to know more about your parents, but I guess we'll start with the Heart of Cybern.
It is described in our histories. A thing of great power won by Aegon from an evil mage. We know little else. Before you found it, we didn't even know it could be used to call forth Niskaro. We didn't know it, but someone did.
And how, in the ever-loving fuck, do they know more about ancient Warsworn artifacts than you do? Well, not Warsworn artifacts, not like you fucking made it, but the artifacts the Warsworn, maybe should have been researching the entire time. After they solved ancient fucking apocalypse plots with it, well, about it, using it. That's not what I'm trying to say. When they stopped the apocalypse from being caused by it, 400 fucking years ago, maybe you would have at least locked it away in the depths of hell forever, or set the Scholia Arcana to work on it, but no, you had to be proud and just put it in your lovely little shiny cage. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 minutes break. I'm gonna remember how to speak, and I will be right back. I think that's just what we're gonna have to do every now and then in these sessions while I'm sick, until my brain starts fully functioning again.